What is going on, everyone? So today I'm here going over a draft league's draft that I am playing in. So yes, the channel is alive. We're doing this draft league. I'm gonna do some VGC here and there. So it was a 110 point draft league. If I remember, I will put it everything for the points wise. I'll put the table in the description. Oh, this is actually some lore here. So we have people we know from the Monotype Monday scene, like Lewis slash Doodle. We got Lynx. We got Kiri hasn't made an appearance yet on the videos, but it's a massive part of it. Then we got someone like Muscate, Mu- Muscata, Muscato, aka Christian, who made that appearance with the going over his perfect regional team when we just play some ladder games. This is going to be a fun draft league. So let's go over the team I have. So as you can see on the screen, everyone had their picks in order. So I had the first pick, Fluttermane. I figured that was a solid pick for this team. It was a 20-point option, which I'm like, I feel that Fluttermane just gives me versatility to play how I want to play though. But I got stuff like I can make it a spec set, I can make it a booster energy set. I've got a scarf set, I've got sash set. I have a clear annual. I've got a bunch of different options I can use this one to do, which is cool. It also has some really good setup moves. Like it's got Carmine Fake Tears. Memento is funny. So Perish Song to go with the Goth Vital, which I got in the back. Just a bunch of good option moves. Like Trick Room Sunny Day, Imprison. Then we all know what Flyman is. It hits hard. Has some good type courage. But yeah, this thing just hits hard. Second pick was Dozo, because I realized that no one will take Tinglu. So Dozo Tinglu is kind of the ideal duo here. For like 15 points each, and like 30 points, that's really good. But you got stuff like Wave Crash Leftovers, you got an Assault Vest for a move, you got a bunch of different options for Dozo, which I'm like, this is just a funny one to bring into most matchups. Especially having how we look at how this builder was set up. So like we want to look at his size team. Like there's like three things that really don't like Dozo. That's like uh, like he's like the Gastrodon, Amoonguss, and Hands, the three things. Everything else is really not the best for a Dozo matchup. Then we have a look at someone like, I'm not gonna say newest thing, he literally has the Wellspring, which is hard walls this with the clef of screens. It's like something like Noodle slash those teams just something really hard to deal with. But there's a couple Dozo matchups which like three. Back to my team, so Dozo just the utility is insane. Ignore the zero attack. Then we got a Rillaboom. We all know what Rillaboom does. But this one could just go for the bulk upset. It could go for a Swords Dance. We've got Taunt. If we wanted to, we could go Sunny Day and have a Hisuian Typhlosion. Just absolutely annihilate stuff in the back. Then we've also got stuff like the Assault Vest. We've got the Clear Amulet, Miracle Seed. It does have acrobatics. I'm not going to say for which matchup, but that could be something we see very soon come out. Like, Rillaboom's just such a, not a versatile one, it's just a mon that you could run so many different sets in a closed team shape environment. But I'm like, this mon could be a good weapon for a couple matchups, especially for like the Dozo leftover stuff or even King Lu leftovers. This mon just becomes absolute free food. Just be able to do what it wants to do, not really worry about others. Go for the big three. But wait, we're really a big four with the Ting Lu here as well. We know what Vessel Ruin does. Special attack is a dog against this. Especially with the Snarl. Like, you got the AV set you can run this. You've got the leftovers. You've got a berry set. But there's a bunch of good options. You got the Fissure Bun if you wanted to be funny. You got the Body Press. You could go for the Throat Chop set. But you could go for the Sand Tomb and you could really be your Dozer next to it. We just constant recovery, pivoting in, pivot out, make your opponent really not like you. Like you see the value of my team here. So I have three Pokemon with really good HP and good defenses to go around it. All being physical attackers to really utilize the Vessel of Ruin ability. Then we go down to swinging Zoroark or something I really have my eye on for this draft in particular because the illusion ability is just great. So like let's say if I led this with like a Fluttermane against any ghost types, they can't attack either slot. Or well not let's say this is disguised as a Fluttermane. Or it's disguised as a Swinging Typhlosion. Or it's disguised as like one of the other monsters which we'll get into soon. There's a bunch of good utility for this. We start going through its move pools. Fake Tears, Helping Hand, Detect. We can use some Calm Mind stuff. We got Agility. We got Roar. Like Haunt Will-O-Wisp Trick. We got Imprison. We got the Rain Dance and the Snowscape. Doesn't really come into factor for my team, but there's still good utility. Plus, just end of the day, this thing gets some good coverage. From like we go for Stab Hyper Voice. We go Bitter Malice, Shadow Ball. You got Sludge Bomb. You've even got Icy Wind and Spell Support to even say any special attackers. You do not want to deal with me. And just some more speed control, which this team really does lack a lot of. This team is literally designed to play. I'm gonna make sure I get the early game lead, then I'm gonna punish how I want to punish. Then we got. I think that this Pokemon, the Hisuian Typhlosion, is the biggest wild card. I really just drafted because it was like eight points, something really cheap. And I'm like, I can see some utility where I go like for a Sunny Day Zoroark or a Sunny Day Fluttermane, and that just gives me so much value. And I was like, this mod's actually not bad because let's just say we are gonna be running. What am I looking for? Let's say we're running Modest. This thing's gonna hit hard, and its speed's in a really good spot I can find. We can even just run something like a Timid as well. 161 speed. Like, I'm pretty sure I was looking at stuff, and I'm like, damn, I can literally have a fast mode and a slow mode in every week if I wanted to. But this, we should all know what this does by how we know. You've got the eruptions, you've got the fire blast, you've just got good fire type damage. Especially with some of the, if you do want to run like a stash, you got the Will-O-Wisp. You've got your own sunny day if you want to set that up. You got Carmine Hisuian Typhlosion. Like, what? There are just so many weird things that you can do with this mon. And I'm like, this is just funny. 'Cause like people just expect you just uh let's just let's just run max. I was kind of playing around. I'm not gonna say for what matchup, but there was someone where this spread was actually optimal for a certain set. I'm not gonna go into it because that will be in part of the video when I'm playing them. But yeah, let's move on to the a lot of them going for 3 points. It's got two good abilities and one okay. Like Sturdy and Galvanize are two really good abilities. Especially if you want to go for like the explosion stuff. Where it's like 120 base attack is not too shabby at all. Like HP is very mid, but it's high defense, low speed. So tr sturdy Trick Room Explosion? What? But no, this mon is literally just for another option if shit hits the fan in some matchups. So like it's got some decent utility, nothing that you'd expect. Yeah. You've all I also the golf. I literally just grabbed this for the shadow tag, so I could fresh and perish. But yeah, this one I'm not expecting to actually come up at all. Maybe in maybe one to two situations. But yeah, if this comes up, it's literally just gonna be protect fake outs. And then we're just trying to trap. Now, my last two picks are very not Pokemon I was actually expecting to pick up coming into into the draft. I had like 15 points left, and I was like, what could I get that could give me value, but I don't have to overspend on one thing? Because I wanted two Mons just for similar options. And I was like, if I don't want another Dark type, I have three Ghost types, which I'm like, any Ghost matchup, I'm gonna probably not have to bring. I can't bring two of them in. If you got a team heavy surrounded by Ghosts, I'm like, okay. So what can I actually use? I was like, Houndoom came to my mind first because it was Snake Draft, so it was like first to 10, then 10 to 1, and went that way. So I already had the last two picks pretty much. I think someone had a pick after me. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, it doesn't really matter which way I take these. I'm gonna get both. So I went for the Cabalion because I don't know, it kind of just spoke to me. Then kind of looking more and more at some of the sets I can run on it post draft. I'm like, I think that I know why it was speaking to me. So you got the body press stuff like Grassy Seed Rillaboom. You got X Scissor. You got Poison Gel. It gets good type coverage. You got the close combat as well if you don't want to rely on the body press. You want to say run a bit of a Lorb set. That's Life Orb. And you just say, okay. Um, yeah, there was just a. This was a mod that don't have much familiarity with. It's more a fact of I needed another variable, which it may not be the best on paper, but I think to how I want to kind of play this team, the Cabalion actually made a lot of sense to be that potential a wall, because in the running against Kira, I could always just put a Psychic Seed on this to make it so that it just goes 10 times harder to deal with. Because Kira's team is a literally Size spam. Talking about Kira's team, this is very Size, like Trick Room Sun. This is very how you describe Kira's team as Trick Room Sun. We're going to Kira's team after, though. We're going to into a bit more. Where were we? Yeah, so I'm recording it's like 10:30 at night for me. So yes, we were up to the Valiant. So this Pokemon could be running incredibly bulky if I wanted to be like I had it somewhere around here. Let me just go maybe want four. It was like four. It was 4 and 12. There's a bunch of just unique sets I can actually run on this to capitalize on it. So yeah, and then you pair that with the Houndoom. The Houndoom was the final pick. I saw that no one really took this model. I'm like, why not? It's a dark fire type, so the Size Spam matchup becomes so much easier to deal with. Which I'm like, okay, because my team does lack in that potential Size Spam matchup, where it's like, okay, outside of Tinglu Rillaboom, which need to come into every match, what could be that variable mon that I could utilize to the fullest potential? Now I was very looking like I need a dark type, just because all the random bits and pieces that can come out. I just need one of that dark type option. Then I was just looking through and I'm like, some of the point options are like Snow Support, Mud Shot, you got Burning Jealousy, which is stop setup. Like Flamethrower Heatwave? Like, why didn't I see this one earlier? And I was like, okay, what did I miss? What's supportive moveset like? And I was like, there really isn't one. Like, it does get Rain Dance, which is hilarious. Because, fire type Rain Dance. We could Toxic still with Toxic Will-O-Wisp, with Taunt as well. Like, this Pokemon here, I think, is just one that's going to be very matchup dependent if I really consider it or not. But, like, the way this team is, it's really a 4 to 5 mon team. With the Fluttermane, the Dozo, the Rillaboom. I'm expecting two of these four, to include the Ting and that to come every single week, pretty much. And I expect, like, one of the Cobalion or Houndoom to be considered every week. Same with the Hisuian, the two Hisuian and the two Hisuian ones and the Golem. I think the Gothitelle just never come. That was just there for point pick, really. But yeah, so this is kind of how my draft went. We'll go quick over of size team. Of your size team. Hands, Blood Moon, and Moongus Screamtail. Emboar is the favorite Pokemon, so that makes sense. Intimidate on Mastiff makes sense. But also you got Guard Dog as well for that person as the Incineroar. And Stakeout, which could be a very interesting situation. Crocodile, Tepig, Monkey Dora was actually the last pick, and I'm kind of surprised it fell this far. Because post-draft, obviously, I started doing scouting work of all the teams. Toxic Chain or Frisk, both are really good abilities. Because this is a closed team sheet, open Terra format. So we have to disclose our terrors, which I'm fine with that. Then we look in here, it's like Shadow Ball, Psychic Noise, and Psychic. With like Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, it's draw for the Amogus matchup, which that's some fun tech. You got the Clear Smog Ozo, Clear Smog for any setup mons. Just a really well built team. Again, I think actually has a team for their playstyle. So this is a rain team, like through and through a rain team. I was kind of looking like inner focus or pressure. Both are very good abilities. Like this team is just very well constructed to be that rain archetype. With the rain setter from the Polito of the Drizzle, you got the manual rain as well from the Pranks Torn. You just got a bunch of really good mons to fit that archetype very well. We've got Kai's team who's gone for a bit of like Psy Spam Ice. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. We've got the Wei Qian, which I'm like, okay. I don't really know how I like it. Then you see like the Glastria first pick in Thieves Mail going super early. With like the crest in the back with the Hatterene. I was like, whoa. So there's definitely some matchups where it's like this when it's my week versus Kai, I'm literally gonna be hard locked into the builder trying to make sure I know everything that can come up. Because this team is like such unique mechanics that would be in play. So like you got the Destiny Bond Frostlass into a Aurora Veil. I'm like, okay. You got disable stuff, you got haze. It's just a mess. So now let's go into Lewis slash Noodle's team. So it's GU Wellspring, which makes sense. You've also got Baxcalibur, Klefki, King Gambit, which I was like, ooh, okay when you drafted that. And the Galarian Moltres, so he's got the two mons to help him this side, or three mons, which you would expect in that Side Spam matchup. He's got the Poltergeist. The Azoth, I don't really know what Azoth actually does. Dashborn is most likely a well-baked body. But a Romavale could be fun as well. Just because, like, if you get that matchup where it's like, this could be annoying, Dashbun could just come out and just be like, nope, we're not playing the game. Now, I'm gonna go to PK's team. This team, on the moment it was drafted, I was like, hang on, what is he cooking? Because, like, you've got a Farigiraf Raichu, Mamoswine Azumarill, with a Metagross, um, Lando T, and Heartflame. Like, I can see some synergy there, but I'm also like, this probably could have been a couple better Pokemon. Because I think I have a really good game plan for this week here. But these two ones up top really upset a lot of my game plans, surprisingly. Then we're gonna go into we went into Kira's team. You were in between there. Now Lynx. I think Lynx actually built a really strong team. So we all know what Dugong and Gloom can do. You got the stench stuff, which is annoying. Plus, this will like any of the bodies abilities you really want. Dugong is just one of them like really cheap value picks where it's like Perishlip, Haze, Encore Disable. You got fucking Curtis you want to do that. You got Stockpile. Like this team is a scary team up top with the Chien Powder, Roy Moon, and the Gouging Fire. Having two dark types, two dragon types, one ice, one fire as the big four. Then you go down, you got the Tinkerton as well, with the normal Ogerpon for the Defiant. You got properly competitive, yeah, probably competitive melodic most of the time. Bastiodon just good support. Like this team is very well constructed. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Riola gets Prankster. Like, what moves could you be prankstering? Like, coaching. You've got bloody Swords Dance House. You got your Weathers. You got like, it's just a bunch of. This team is very well constructed. Now we got Mosqueda, aka Christian's team. So I was wanting to invite him to this. So his team, he managed to get Rapid Strike and Raging Bolt. He picked like 9 and 11. He got them to his first two picks. I was like, oh no, this is bad. His next two picks, we see Pelipper Cornerstone. That's a 4 that comes like to most matches. And that will just roll most teams. Then you see the Alolan Muck Smeargle. Now, this is what we call we fucked up. Because you can literally just say, hey, we're playing RNG here. Like, we've got the Ditto and the Alolan Dug Trio. Like, there's some good, unique ones. Some good. I was looking at this, like, Ditto can do literally whatever you want. You go Imposter. You just 4 transforms, you're fine. Dug Trio, I don't think he ever brings this, but it's something that could throw a matchup or two. But, like, his team is really built upon a core 6. There's a core 6 with, like, 2 flex slots. That's how I see the team at least. Now we're up to Lily, who's actually my week 1 opponent. So I'm not going to go into this team a whole lot because that will be on the week 1 video. But the Wims double fire type with Instant and Heatran. You got the Spectria, Okie dokie. Ignore the set I put in, that was just me counting some stuff. The Ferret, Charge Bug, Greninja, and Pikachu. I saw this and I'm like, I know exactly what my team is at the moment I'm recording this. I think you got the complete sets. Well, this is a fun draft league. I just see the fun draft league. I want to win though. I am that competitive person, so I will be looking for the minute details. I'll be looking for all the edges that I can utilize. Like, yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff which I'm like, I know I can win this. I just have to lock in and try my absolute best. Yeah, we're coming up on the 25-30 minute mark. I do want to get some sleep tonight. Hopefully I can finish this video before the first round. Because, yeah, the first round is against Lily, which I think that match is actually probably one of the hardest matches for how I see my team playing. I could be completely wrong, it could actually be one of the easiest. But having ones like the Heat Trans, Spectria, and Whimsicott really makes stuff really difficult for me. Okie dokie is its own problem. The ferret, it's probably for risk. Like, you can probably expect the Endeavor quick attack sets. You could do Sash, you could do a Berry. Then you got like moves like Feel, Tom Pass, Follow Me, Tidy Up. Yeah. You got Trick as well. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you could do with this mon. And if you just run it like, I think you actually prefer running. I know Centric, you prefer running something like this. But yeah, I know there's a bunch of stuff that this team has access to. Which I'm like, okay, I need to really think about my terror types to get everything on point. Trying to figure out what the most likely move sets are. Like, Vibeslog probably doesn't come in here. It's probably Toxic Chain. And then it's like, do you run the slow bulkier set or do you run like an hate show, I'm gonna blow you up in 2 turns kind of thing, which I think that's probably what I prep for the most. So let's say you're running something like this. You got a little bit of bulk still. So like you still got good options. Like something like this. Well, obviously optimized a little bit better or yeah, don't worry, but like something like this could be a set that I see. This Okie Dokie is actually the biggest swing factor in my opinion. Because it's got the bulk up, it's got some just support moves. So like Heat Train's also for wild card because you don't expect the flame. I'm expecting Flash Fire. That's what I'm expecting for this matchup. The instant's actually a massive problem. Because like instant is just good, but instant next to Prankster, I'm just glad, I'm just glad it doesn't get skill swap. Because if Winn's got skill swap, it's over. Like imagine swapping a Prankster, but it'll be a pain. But yeah, like I said, I still know I've got camera play into this team. It's just I'm working harder than I would like to be. Alright, so with that being said, I'll see you on the draft video, which should be coming out hopefully this weekend if I can get. If the match should be played, I may like depending if the match gets played, depends on when the video comes out. Because if we're doing the match Saturday, we're doing the match Thursday or the weekend. So like if we're doing the match on the Saturday, you probably don't expect this till Wednesday. If we do it the Thursday, I should be able to get it out Saturday, Sunday. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. And wish me luck for the draft league.